Hey guys, this is DP0427 again, bringing you the third installment of RM. In this episode, we'll be looking at energy management, particularly what the basic calculations are, mission completion, and general timing and scheduling. This time, however, I'm warning you that there will be some math and numbers incoming. So consider yourself warned, and let's get into it. First up are the basic calculations involved for our energy management. PVP energy is arguably the most important of the two energy types to keep track of. As you can see here, there's a fixed amount of PVE energy you can stock up at any given point. The amount in this gauge increases by 1 as you level up. It's important to remember that once you've reached the maximum amount of energy your current gauge is at, all excess energy will be wasted. So in terms of the replenishing rate of the PVE energy, you get 1 every 5 minutes, which means 12 every hour. So this means if you have, for example, a gauge of 120 energy, you should try to log in at least once every 9 to 10 hours to keep that number low and never capped. In a full 24-hour cycle, if you're using your energy throughout the day, you'll have access to 288 energy. Also, as long as you're finishing your daily missions every day, you'll also gain access to an additional 25 energy, bringing you up to 313 energy every day for free. For PvP energy, it's very simple. You get 1 energy every 60 minutes, which means the most you can have in a 24-hour period is 24. Unfortunately, there are no missions that give you PvP energy, so you have to pick them up via other means. And regardless of what level you're at, the PvP energy gauge unfortunately does not change and is always capped off at 10. So again, it's important to keep logging in every 9 to 10 hours or so to make sure that you aren't wasting any PvP energy either. When it comes to missions, there are basically 2 categories we want to focus on: daily and legendary missions and alliance missions. I'll quickly go over daily missions as it pertains to energy, and I won't go into too much detail as they're easy to complete and pretty straightforward. So when it comes to legendary missions, however, we'll be looking at a superstitious cowardly lot, the PvP mission; more powerful than a locomotive, the heroic mission; and no evil shall escape my sight, the PvE mission. And lastly, I'll be addressing alliance missions as well in terms of scheduling and timing in order to optimize your energy management. So let's just quickly breeze through daily missions as it pertains to energy management. So just make sure you're doing at least 5 heroics and 5 PvE normal campaign battles every day. This means at the very least you're spending 75 PvE energy running Chapter 1 a total of 10 times between heroic and normal. And don't forget to use 2 PvP energy to start 2 battles. That's about it. Now on to the slightly more complicated stuff, legendary missions. First up, we've got a superstitious cowardly lot, which is the PvP legendary mission. For this one, you need to start 27 arena battles in a day. This number also counts the 2 you did for your dailies, so you need 25 more on top of that. As we went over in the basic calculations, we get 24 PvP energy per day if we're not capped off. So the question is, where do we get the 3 other missing energy? Luckily for us, the Alliance limited time offers that cycles every 4 hours sometimes offers exactly 3 PvP energy for 900 AE. Another place to conveniently get exactly 3 PvP energy is Mega Arena or Alliance packs. So if you go through most of the day and you don't see the 900 AE PvP energy, try your luck on some Mega Packs. Moving on to the next legendary missions, we've got more powerful than a locomotive, which is the heroic legendary mission. Here you need to start 30 heroic PvE campaign battles in a day, and this also counts the 5 you had to do for the dailies, meaning you need another 25 on top of that in order to complete it. The easiest minimalistic way to do this is to run all of Chapter 1 and 18 runs between Chapter 2 or 3, giving you a total of 30. And this gives you a requirement of 336 energy. As we stated in the basic calculations, you get 313 PvE energy every day for free, so we need to make up that difference of 23 PvE energy. Again, here the limited time offers provide 25 PVE energy for 900 AE from time to time. And if that doesn't work, you could pick up about 20 PVE energy sometimes via Mega Arena or Alliance packs. While this does still put you a bit short of what you need, but carrying over 3 energy from the previous day or the next day isn't a big deal in the end. The last legendary mission we'll look at here is No Evil Shall Escape My Sight, which is the PVE legendary mission. Here, you need to start 50 PVE campaign battles in either heroic or normal throughout the day. This counts all the battles you've done for your dailies as well as for the heroic legendary mission. So if you've already done the previous 30 heroics, at the very least, you only need another 20 normal battles to complete it. So this equates to a minimum of 100 PVE energy if you're running Chapter 1 another 20 times. And considering that you already had to jump through hoops to get the energy for the 30 heroics, it's going to be hard to find another 100 more energy for quote-unquote free. So the best way to think of it is that the 100 energy is equal to 200 gems if you buy the refreshes from the shop. In reality, while you're paying the 200 gems up front, you also get back a total of 170 gems for completing both the PvE legendary missions, which only sets you back a total of 30 gems for the day, but you're trading that in for a bonus of 600,000 green essence and some speed force. So it works out in the end. The last type of missions to look at are alliance missions, and the energy management here comes down to timing and scheduling. Every month I try and make a mission calendar like this one and post it up on Reddit to help everyone else. As you can see, the alliance missions for each week are more or less fixed to alternating heroic and PvP missions with 2 PvP days on the weekend. When it comes to heroic days, these are the days where you should be aiming to complete both of the PvE legendary missions while helping out your alliance. Since these happen to coincide with the gear farming days, you should also consider completing the Up, Up, and Away legendary mission to help you get closer to the Truth and Justice completion reward. And while you should try to do the PvP missions every day, the PvP Alliance mission days give you more incentive to make that extra effort. They also happen to be the best days to use PvE energy on hero challenges, as you won't have to worry too much about the PvE missions. So once you've run through as much of the hero challenge as you need for the day, if you have any excess PvE energy, you can always carry that over to the next day and help set you up for the heroic missions. So now I'll just go over some last few tips and wrap things up. When it comes to PvE mission days, make sure to save up your ranking up for these days if you can, as there's a finite amount of characters and ranks in the game, so you may eventually hit a wall where you're unable to rank anyone up. So it's best to spread it out if you're not in a hurry. Also, as a reminder, if you're like me and you prefer getting loot from packs, make sure you're spending your BE and AE on mega packs to help get that necessary energy to complete your missions. And finally, to wrap it all up, remember to try and focus on hero challenges during PvP Alliance mission days. Make sure you're finding also 3 extra PvP energy per day to complete the legendary mission, and also don't be afraid to spend some gems to get to 50 PvE battles. But the biggest takeaway for a free-to-play and even some non-free-to-play players is that planning and timing is everything. So make sure you're on top of things. So that brings us to the end of episode 3 for RM, and I hope you were able to stick with it and didn't get too bogged down by all the numbers. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below or on Reddit, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. In the next episode or 2, I'll take a look at gear farming and roster management. And so if you like this series and the other content we provide you here on this channel, be sure to give us a like and subscribe to us to help us grow and provide better content for you in the future. And if you're a fan of the podcast we put out each month, consider becoming a patron on our Patreon page at patreon.com/theoddsman. You can also follow us on social media on Twitter, Facebook, and SoundCloud at The Oddsman. So this has been DP0427 for Resource Management. Hope this helps.